Elsie, come on.
Come on, Douglas.
Hey everybody. I just thought we'd start things a little different today. Since Elsie was out, she's doing circles around me. Where are you going, Elsie?
Elsie, come on.
Hey! We were coming in.
Elsie. Elsie, come on.
She knows she's going to show off for everybody? Or did she just not finish what she was doing?
No, she did both things. Elsie, come on. Elsie.
I think she's doing something.
But she did both things. I think she's just sniffing.
Elsie, let's go! Come on,
Come on,
let's go!
There.
Come on!
Elsie, dinner.
Come on, let's go! Well, I'm going to let DJ sort this out, and I am going to go inside. We'll peek in on Smokey, and then we'll see what of the faculty we see on our way in. Oh, here she comes. Okay, good. Okay, Elsie.
We're going upstairs.
I'm going down. I'll be up in a minute. It's kind of a mess in this office, but I just thought we'd want to see a little bit of Smokey. Smokey, by the way, has acquired the bed sofa that was in the kitten room for a while, and she loves it. Yes, it's your favorite place to be now, isn't it? Thanks, Smokey. I think most of you know by now, Smokey has no teeth. So when she noms on me, it's just funny. Yes, it's just funny. We don't know why she has no teeth. That's the way she was when we got her from the shelter. She was already 12 years old when we found her there. And she had no teeth, and she already had this little crook in her ear. That's just the way it always is. And she's front declawed too, so none of that is, stuff that, especially the declawing, we would never do that. But that's the way she was when we found her, so. I think that's a good point. We hear every now and then from somebody that wants a cat that's declawed for one reason or another, and we certainly do not think that anybody should get a cat declawed, but I see Elsie's taking her dinner al fresco. Hi, Acro. We don't think anybody should get a cat declawed, but sometimes if that's something that you really want, you can go to shelters and find older cats that were declawed a long time ago and adopt one. And if you tell the shelter that's what you're looking for, sometimes they'll put you on a waiting list and see if any declawed cats show up. And I think that's a pretty responsible way, if that's something you need, I think that's a responsible way to do it. That's not how we got Smokey. We fell in love with Smokey before we knew she was declawed. But it worked out. Look at these kids, very jealous. It's probably why she's eating outside. Oh, she's gonna push that off the side. Put it out in the yard. She's better there. The grass holds it in place. Oh. If you put it in the yard, the grass will hold it.
Okay.
Or you can hold it.
Oh.
Aw. Such a cutie. And Elsie is too. Okay. I don't think Smuggy's got any diseases that I would pass to these kittens, but she was just nominal on my hands, so we'll put on a little hand sanitizer before we head in. Very good. All right, we got the girls over here. Hi, Falafel. Hi, Tahini. You guys were so friendly at the vet. All 4 of them were so friendly at the vet. You know, the vet, our vet, one of the things I like about it is that every time you visit, she does a thorough diagnostic. You know, I've been to a lot of vets for a lot of kittens in my life. And sometimes you go into the vet and they just sort of feel the kitten and have a quick glance at it, maybe look in their ear a bit, and then they're like, all right, he's fine. This vet every time does the weight, temperature, then checks their heart and lungs with the stethoscope every single time, and palpates just every bit, checks their guts and all that stuff by feeling them up, and just everything, just a complete diagnostic for every cat every time, and that's one of the reasons that we love them. It's specifically, so we go to for the On Angel's Wing stuff, we go to Cary Grove Animal Hospital in Cary Grove, Illinois, which is very close to On Angel's Wings, which is why they have a deal together. And the vet, there's 3 vets at that hospital, but the one that we love so much is Dr. Quinn. And she's just does a thorough job and really a wonderful person too, so really good. Anyway, we were just there to get these kids their checkup today. And she decided that they're all doing much better. All their symptoms are much improved, but they're not 100% yet, so she wants them to get even better before she spays and neuters them and they're ready to graduate. So we're going to give them another week before we make that evaluation. But, that's what I was saying, is that, so she listens to their heart and their lungs, but if they're purring, it's obviously really hard to hear. So she had that problem with all 4 of them today, because she'd pick one up and it would just start purring and rubbing on her and rolling around and asking for belly rubs. And so she's got this trick she does where she turns on the water, the tap, and when she turns on the tap, it usually distracts them enough that they stop purring and then she can hear. But it didn't even work for these guys. They were too friendly, so she had to get super desperate. And in that case, she started out by taking some rubbing alcohol and putting it on a cotton ball and just letting them sniff it a little bit. She didn't like stick it on their nose or something. She just laid it down and they would sniff it and they'd be like, oh, that smells weird. But that didn't quite stop the purring either. Finally, we got lucky and there was a dog in the lobby that started barking and they could all hear it, and that made them stop for a minute. And she managed to check them all out. And the bottom line is that they're all doing, like I said, pretty well. Still just a little bit of the airway noise. Their hearts are all really healthy. And just a little bit of the nasal discharge and sneezing. So we're hoping one more week will clear that up for us. Today's Friday, so that means tomorrow morning is our mailbag, 10 o'clock, same time as always. I'm looking forward to it. And I haven't seen how much might be at the post office because we don't pick that stuff up until the very last minute. So I have no idea if tomorrow's going to be a big one or a little one. But I know it'll be fun for sure. We'll make it fun no matter what's going on. Let's see if we got a toy that we can get these kids to play with while I'm sitting here. Hang on a second. What do we got up here? Oh, hey, here's a big one. So what is this attached to? It's not attached to anything. Well, that's not going to work. All right, let's try this. It's just a string. Oh, it's just a string, but it's already got some attention. Okay, this game is not fun. It's just a string game where I don't even get a chance. That's not fun. Okay, hang on. That's too easy. We need to step it up a little bit here. Give these guys something a little bit trickier. Hey, have you guys played with this thing yet? Has this even been out for this class? What is it, huh? Mm-mm. I don't think they have played with it. They all seem a little mystified. Hummus. Hummus is sitting over here by my knee and just a little bit freaked out. I reached out to pet him and he jumped back. Oh, hey, another news. I hope the stream quality here is a little bit better today. I know it's been degraded a little because of the issues that we were having on our internet connection with Comcast. But today, Comcast rolled out a whole fleet of trucks to our street to solve our problem. I'm not even kidding. There were like 3 or 4 trucks that all came down here, and just technicians everywhere. It looked like that scene in E.T., where all the military guys are set up all over throughout the neighborhood. It was like that, but with Comcast guys. And they definitely, though, solved the problem, and things look great. Our internet connection seems like it's better than it's been in a long time, so I'm super, super thrilled. And it was really good. So I hope that the stream today kind of reflects that a little bit, and you're seeing a bit better quality than we've had the last few days. Certainly, I know if you go to the regular Kitten Academy live stream, you will notice that the kittens are no longer in stutter mode. It doesn't look like somebody keeps hitting the pause button or skipping forward in time. So I think things are really looking great. Very happy about that. I was sort of disparaging about Comcast, but it turns out if you get the right person at Comcast, some of them really know what they're doing. Just getting to that guy is the trick, really the tough part. Where are you taking it, Falafel? You gonna go somewhere with that? I caught it, now I'm going to take it. The base of that thing is really heavy, so she's gonna have a hard time dragging it around. They were all really good kids at the vet too, not just purring for the vet, but the whole trip out, nobody complained. Instead, they mostly just wrestled with each other in the carrier. And then the whole way back, well, a bit more of the same actually. They did some wrestling, a little bit of napping too, but they're really good in the carrier. I wonder if it's because we keep putting them in the carrier just to carry them upstairs for their steaming, a couple times a day. Whatever it is, they're really, really good about going in the carrier. So when they get adopted, they'll have a perfectly fine trip to their new homes. That reminds me, I wanted to apologize if I made anybody sad with the way I was teasing about hummus in last night's stream. I was just trying to be silly. I wasn't, trying to make anybody sad, saying that hummus didn't have anybody. I thought it was just funny because hummus is so adorable. It's inconceivable that he wouldn't have anybody. Besides that, he's got us, and he's got his sibs, and, perfectly loved until he's got an adopter. Really no worries. But of the group, I think that now everybody does have an approved adopter except Hummus, so we're still waiting on that to come through. I don't expect it'll be too much longer. He's a sweetheart. Well, all right, folks. I'm going to leave this toy out here for a while. So if you want to watch them continue to try to figure this thing out, you can go to the regular Kitten Academy live stream right here on YouTube. If you can't find it for some reason, you can go to our website, which is kitten.academy, and follow the link for the live stream in the menu, and that'll get you to it for sure. But it's not hard to find here on YouTube. Just look for the Kitten Academy live stream. If you do that, you'll be able to see this camera right here, point at this thing right here, and keep right on watching these kittens all day long if you want, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So tune in for that. I hope you enjoy it. And I also hope that you tune in tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock on the regular Kitten Academy live stream. That'll be our mailbag segment, which is one of my favorite things to do just because it's sort of how I interact with you guys. You know, you send me stuff and letters, and I get to read your letters and hear from you live here on the stream. And it's really, for me, it's like bringing all of you into the house for a change, which I really like. So I hope that you join me for that. And if not, we'll do another close-up stream tomorrow. If neither one of those things sounds like your bag, that's fine. I'll meet you right back here tomorrow for another one of these. Thanks for tuning in this evening. I hope you had a good week, and I hope that you have a great weekend planned. And I will see you all later.